You know, I fell in love with Jesus because he loved me and there was nothing lovable about me. I know some of us think, you know, you know, some of us think that, we just love me. People see me all the time. They say, Pastor Smith, you're so lovely. I say, bless you, Daddy. But there was nothing lovely about me. And yet God looked at me and said, will you trust me? Will you live the life I intend for you to live? See, because this salvation thing, we always say that God saved us. But what did he save you from? What is your salvation about? Is it about being saved from drugs? Yes, he does save you from drugs. Because some of us get on drugs, we get on alcohol, we get on a whole bunch of things that's not good. But is that what he saved you from? Yeah, no, not so much. He saved you from hell. Mm-hmm. From a place that was never intended for you. Because let me help. There are some people out here that are good people. They're living good lives. But they don't love my Savior. And as a result, he doesn't know them. And since he doesn't know them, eternity doesn't look good for them. So this walk that we walk, the reason that we walk this walk is so he can know us. Because when he's on the inside of us, we look different to the world. We look different. Anybody ever come up to you and say, girl, it's something about you. Do I know you from somewhere? And then you go through the whole, where your people from? And I'm like, no, my people not from over there. Did you grow up in Jersey City? Yeah, no, girl, I grew up in the Bronx. Then I say, do you love Jesus? And they say, yeah. I said, I love him too. And so we recognize each other. Because he's on the inside of us. That's when you have people come up to you and say, Miss, can you pray for me? He came up to the car. He said, I don't want nothing but I could do with some prayer. I said, John, you telling me I was a pastor? She said, no, Mommy, I didn't. But people should see God in you. They should see Jesus. When he knows you, when he's having a personal relationship with you, he's on the inside. And it's something about the light of Christ. It cannot be hid. What does the scripture say? The candle, if you cannot be put up under the bed. Right? It cannot be hid. The God in you cannot be hid. So stop entertaining dumb questions. Stop entertaining dumb questions. And I'm not talking only about the questions that people ask you, but the questions that the enemy throws at you when he thinks you are at your weak moment. If God was real, your rent would be paid. Just telling my personal testimony. If God was real, you wouldn't be sick. If God was real, I say, you know what, devil? First thing is, you got to get out my space. We're not having conversations. These are empty questions. And the only questions that really matter is, do I love Jesus? And does he know me? Does he know me? I was talking to baby girl in the car on Thursday. She was telling me some stuff. And I don't like to come at people hard. necessarily correct them all the time. And I said, girl, let me help you with this. I'm sick of telling people something to do specific that God said do specifically, and they do something else, and then they crying because their life is a bunch of hell. You know you got to do what God said. And she looked at me and she started crying. I said, girl, don't cry now. There's nothing I could do for you. But you know who can fix this? God. You should have been in church on Sunday. And I started telling her about being destroyed. When God speaks to you, because God doesn't speak to everybody. He doesn't. I used to think God spoke to everybody because God talked to me. And so I used to think, since God is talking to me, he must be talking to everybody. But then I found out that he's not talking to everybody. So when God